Hey ladies, let me know when you're on. I hope I'm in the right group. Of course, I've got all kinds of text messages coming up. I always forget to change my notifications. Say hi to me when you're here. Hi, Kelsey. Congrats on your billboard. That's so exciting. Are you going to New York? Scoot up so I can see everybody. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Tawny. So much fun. I've loved all of those. Hi, Genevieve. You're watching in the cab. Oh, so you're already there. Hi, Allie. Is it raining where you guys are? We're fixing to get a lot of rain today. I'm really excited about it. So, Tawny, I'm in your leader group, right? So is this, did you tell me Countess and above? Is that right? Awesome, Kelsey. Take lots of pictures so we can see. Hi, Anna. Well, thank you. I just broke out my mulled wine. I'm not really sure I got it very even. Hi, Renee. So, I believe that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tawny, that I'm supposed to be sharing about balance and just kind of balancing your family and your business and life and all of that. Not sure I'm the professional on that, but I will get my shot. We'll give it like another 30 seconds and then I'll start. We got 9 people. And I may have food in my teeth because I just ate. Okay. 10 people. We'll start. Most of you guys know that I have been a distributor off and on. I've signed up 3 different times to be a distributor. And the first time I signed up was in 2001. So it's been 16 years from, hi Audra, so good to see you, from the first time that I joined the company. And I signed up another time around 2003 and then the third and final time in 2005. And so I'm fixing to have my 12th anniversary actually doing my business. And I used to say that I, had only been a distributor since 2005. And then over the last couple of, oh gosh, thank you, Kylie, that's sweet. Over the last couple of years, when we've had this big growth, I've had people ask me, my story because they were curious. And it became more interesting to people that I had signed up 3 times. So I started sharing that because people were, they were more, I guess it was more relatable to people to hear that I was a queen, but I was not, I didn't hit that quickly. It took me several tries. It took me 3 signups to finally, for the light bulb to go off. Basically just timing for me. And most of you have already heard my story, and that's not why I'm here today to share it. If you haven't, it is probably here somewhere in this group because I think I've shared it here before. If not, it's in many other groups. So surely you guys can find it. I'm working on if I can ever slow down long enough to video it, then you guys can just upload it. It may make it easier for everybody, because I love sharing it, and I never mind, and I never want to tell anybody no, but I'm a couple weeks out on people waiting for me to go live. So I think if I record it, then, you know, maybe it would be easier and you guys can just share it. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about balance, and I am assuming that you guys have been distributors for, I'm going to guess, maybe a year if you're a countess. I mean, I know you can hit countess really quickly these days, and many people do, but I'm going to assume at least a year, 6 months to a year. Some of you I know longer than that. I know Ashley and Tawny, I know some of you have been in longer than that. Kelsey, I do have one, but my phone only let me do 14 minutes and it cut me off. So it's kind of the short version. So I need to redo it because it usually takes me 45 minutes or so to get it all out there. But it is on my agenda. I really just need someone to sit me down and make me do it. So if you're at this place in your business where you've already signed SeneGence, okay, 1 year in October, you've already signed SeneGence, you obviously know, I'm not going to assume that you know everything about the business, because when it happens so quickly, a lot of times, a lot of the training falls through the cracks. And Ashley was there whenever my team grew really big. Thank you, Kirsty. Grew really big, and so many people were ranking up so quickly that they were not learning everything that they needed to learn, and then they were thrown into a leadership role, and then sometimes panic sets in and we're like, what do we do? How are we supposed to do this? And now we're out of that panic buying mode too. So now we can really, I think, take time to learn how to do the business the right way and teach our girls how to do it the right way, and not lose our sanity in the process, because it hasn't slowed down, but it's slowed down in different aspects of it, as far as, like, you know, we're not just glued to our computers right now waiting for something to come in stock like we were before. We're not obsessed with all of that. So we can actually move into okay, how am I supposed to do my business in a way that is going to give me longevity, that I can teach my girls, that I can also have a family life, I can have time with my husband or my partner, boyfriend, whatever it is. I can not feel like I am running ragged all the time. And I will tell you that there's going to be seasons in your business where you are running ragged and you are spending more time than in your business than you are maybe with your family. It's not a long-term thing. It just can be seasonal. But I'm at a place now where everything just kind of, it's like a train that you kind of, or a car you put on cruise control, and you really don't have to keep repeating certain things because you've done them so many times that they just kind of go on their own. So I'm able now to be able to compartmentalize things that are a priority to me and say, okay, well, this week I need to do this thing. This is where I'm lacking in my business right now. Things are slowing down here. I need to spend more time with my downline. You know, I need to go sell some products, things like that. And so you have to figure out, first of all, what your goal is for your business. And one of the most relevant things that I ever heard was a seminar? Someone can correct me. I think it was seminar. It might have been Pitt. When Carrie, I can't remember her last name, talked about, you know, your family they are your stockholders, or your shareholders. And, you know, they are the people that are affected the most by what you're doing. And a couple of years ago, when we were in the beginning of my team really going gangbusters, in 2015, I was on my phone 24/7. Hi, Sarah, I miss you. I was on my phone 24/7. I was on Facebook 24/7. It was I can't even describe it to you. It was literally insane, and I felt like I could never take a breath. And it was a good insane, but it was a little stressful too. And I was not very good at feeling like it was okay to let people wait to have my time, or my attention, or my phone call, or my text back. I felt like I had to do everything immediately. Oh my gosh, if I don't respond, the whole world's going to fall apart. And that is not true. And, there were times when, we neglect the people that we love the most, because they're the safest people and they're not going to go anywhere, But the ones that we love the most need us the most, more than our downline, more than our business. And when we start to neglect those things, we're just living in chaos. And there were times when my husband would be like, are you going to watch this show with me and really watch it with me? Or are you going to be on your phone the whole time? And I was really torn on feeling like I had to be present for him and then be present for my team. And, it was very conflicting for me. And once we came out of that whole chaotic time, I realized, that it is okay. My team's not going to fall apart if I don't get back to someone immediately, if they have to wait an hour, or they have to wait till the next day to get my response. So, everything has to have its proper place. And I want more than anything for you guys my biggest fear in watching all of the growth and all of the success, and, I am far from being the number one person in the company. I was at one time, and I will probably never be again. And I am so thrilled for everyone that is having success. But my fear is that it won't last for people. And I want it to last for people. I want it to last for myself. So sometimes we have to be selfish. And not in a bad way selfish, but we have to do what's best for our own business, because I want you guys in 10 years from now to be still going on trips, still qualifying for things, still making your car payments, still making that amazing commission check that you're making or you want to make. Not just for 1 year or 2 years, but long term. And if you do not put structure in place now to create balance and create structure, then you are going to burn out and you're not going to want to do it anymore. And I really feel like so many people burn out because they go 150 miles an hour on this one thing, and then all of these other things over here are neglected, and then we get so tired over here that then we just completely stop doing this, and then we move over to this and give it 150% instead of giving everything equal portion of what it's due. Your family and your kids, your spiritual life, if that's important to you, whatever your priorities are first, and then your business next. So I am not perfect at this, and I'm still learning to do this better. If you would have asked me to talk about it a couple years ago, I might not have probably been the best person, but I am learning to get better at it. I am learning to let a lot of things go that really don't matter. And when I say selfish with your first line, selfish with building your first line, and not forgetting that you have to take care of your own customer base and keep finding new customers and keep doing demos. And so first of all, if you don't have a calendar that's hard copy, and I was going to bring my hard copy and I didn't, so I just printed off a paper calendar just to give you a little bit of an example, and then I realized that it did not print off Saturday and Sunday. So just an example of what my week is, and I'm going to read you a few things out of my favorite book for business. There's Build It Big and Build It Big 2, and they are books that are written by the Direct Selling Women's Alliance, and there is so much gold in these books for your business. And there's a whole chapter on balance and time management and all of those things. So I'm going to go over some things like that with you. But what my business looked like in the earlier days and what it looks like now are completely different. If you fell into a leadership role super quickly, then you are doing things that I wasn't doing till years into my business. And you have to juggle, okay, I still got to do my wow, my book, my demo direct, always. And you don't ever stop doing that, because that is what keeps your business growing. And you don't arrive to crown princess or queen or empress or ruler or monarch or whatever it is, and then you just, okay, well, I don't have to do those things anymore. Because those things are what keep your business thriving and growing and building and create not a sandy foundation, but a foundation that is built on something that's really solid and deep. And that's what you want for longevity. But you got to put all those things into a structure, into a calendar. So whatever your life looks like with your family, with your kids, for me right now, this season, which really all seasons have been busy for me from the time that they were little bitty till now. I have a senior in high school. Extremely busy season for me this year. He plays football. You know, every Friday night we have a football game. I don't want to miss anything of his senior year. I have a freshman that plays football a different night every week, and I have a daughter that plays softball. We just finished that last night, and then she moves right into basketball, as well as my middle son into basketball when football's over. So anywhere from 2 to, it could even be 5 days a week. If there's a tournament, we are playing ball somewhere. So I have to know, okay, I have to look ahead at my calendar. When am I going to attend a training? When am I going to hold a training? When am I going to take care of myself, my personal self? Like I go to the gym 5 days a week. When am I going to fit that in there every day, 1 hour a day? When am I going to be in my office and work my business? When am I going to have date night? When am I going to have family day? You know, all those things have to be planned out. You can't just wake up on Monday morning and what am I going to do this week? Because nothing gets done. Or things get done accidentally, and they do, and you can have some success that way, but intentional success is better than just flying by the seat of your pants. So, I spend Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are my office days, where I'm here at my office. I'll do live videos, I'll, you know, do my inventory stuff, I'll label products if I need to do that. If not, I have my kids do that, because you want to do things that are income producing, not a waste of your time. But customer phone calls, things like that, live with my team, different things like that. So those are planned on Tuesdays and Thursdays after, usually between 11 and 3. By the time I pick up my kids at school at 3, depending on if they have practice after school. So those are kind of my work hours. Monday is kind of my catch-up day, and I'm going to, you know, probably wash my sheets, go to the grocery store. I do not clean my house anymore, but things like that, those little things I still do. I'm going to plan or mark off every month what I have available to do launch demos, because I'm still sponsoring my first line. Anywhere from 2 to 6 people a month. And my goal is 5 a month, and sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. But when can I do launch demos? I have to look ahead. That way, whenever I sponsor someone, I have dates available for that. When are we going to have a date night? Because that's so important. And for us, it could be as simple as, you know, the Blacklist comes back on tomorrow night. And I have a training tomorrow night, but we'll DVR it, and then one night a week we watch the Blacklist together, or something like that. Wednesday nights right now, except for the one Wednesday night that I train, we go to dinner where our kids are at church, and we just talk. You know, that's 1 hour that we just catch up on what's going on, and we've made that something that's happening every single week. So just things like that. But when I do trainings across the United States, the one thing I teach is you have to have a day that you're wowing. You have to have a day that you're making booking phone calls. You have to have your demo times, and you have to have your sponsoring time. So those things have to be plugged into your calendar. However that looks for you, I have no idea, and it can be different for everyone, but it needs to be in there. That's your business. Those are the things that you have to do every single week for your business. So let's talk a little bit about this book. The chapter is Choose to be Balanced. And I'm going to read some of it to you, and I hope that's not boring to you. But balancing a direct selling career and a family is a challenge faced by millions of women each year. Although many guess that a home-based business would, by its nature, bring more balance to your life, it also challenges us to separate our business and our personal life as we juggle taking customer calls, caring for a scraped knee, and then coaching a new team member, all in the course of 15 minutes. The truth is that balance is not a matter of fitting everything into your life. It's a matter of deciding what is important to you and fitting all the important things into your life. A direct selling woman can have balance amidst the madness, but you must consciously choose what you do with your time, with whom you spend your time. Here are some conscious choices that you can make to bring balance to a hectic life. And just some of the things I think about that we do, me included. I mean, you sit down to check your email and then you find out it's been an hour and you've been scrolling around on Facebook. You know, things like that they're just time suckers. And especially if your kids are little. When my kids were little and they were napping, that's when I had to work my business, because when I started, they were 5, 3, and 6 months old. So I had to be really creative with my power hours. You know, when am I going to make these phone calls when a kid's not screaming, or I don't have to get up to go help a kid in the bathroom or breastfeed or whatever it was. So you have to totally, hi Erica, you have to totally discipline yourself every single day so that you don't have a week or two that goes by and you're like, what have I even done? Has anything that I've done been productive? So have a plan that includes all facets of life. Give yourself one day a week. It's called a freedom day. And usually my freedom day is on a Friday. It just really means, unless I have someone that wants to book a one-on-one, or that's the only time that someone can do a demo, it's just kind of my freedom day. I do whatever I want to do on a Friday. If I want to go to lunch with a girlfriend, or if I want to go, you know, whatever it is. That's a freedom day. But you only need one freedom day. We don't need freedom days every day. So make sure that you're not having a freedom day all the time. You'll meet people that you want to follow up with later, but having one day off will rejuvenate your spirit. Maybe you get your pedicures on your freedom day. Maybe you go to the spa. Maybe you get your hair done, whatever it is. Schedule a playtime, just as you do a work time. Whether it's a date with your spouse, an outing with the kids, don't leave having fun to chance. It's important. When it's time to play, turn off the phone, close the office door, put the papers away, and play. And then work hard, play hard. When it's time to work, stay focused, productive by giving the task at hand your full attention and working your specific plan for that time. This is a day of laser light focus when you are working specifically on income producing activities. And then take time to learn. It's important to continually refuel your mind with positive information, even if you simply take 10 to 15 minutes a day to recharge your brain and learn something new from a book, a tape, an article, a conference call, a mentor. You've achieved a great accomplishment. I'm always reading a book. I don't read very long because I can't be still for that long. I get a little bit of, I don't know. I don't have ADD, but I read like 10 pages and then I have to move on to something else. But reading a little bit at a time of either a leadership book, whatever is going to challenge you and grow your brain. Strengthen your spiritual connection. Take time to grow spiritually as well as personally. Know that you are not alone on your journey, and that faith and love will bring forth your ability to do more than you ever thought possible. Believe in God, yourself, and others, and doors will open up for you. Establish variety in your life to stimulate your soul. So rev up your social life. Seek out friendships with people who are fun, positive, uplifting, and excited about life, and then make time to socialize, which for me, that is all that's our sin of sisterhood. I don't really have a lot of girlfriend time because all my girlfriend time is with my SeneGence sisters. So attending a training, I feel like I get like seminar, I get girlfriend time, I get that taken care of, I get training, I get inspired, motivated, all those things all at once. Create a calming personal environment. Life seems more out of balance when there are clothes on the floor, the kitchen's a mess, every surface is covered with stuff. I'm not suggesting that you become obsessive, but just adopt the philosophy that when it comes to your personal environment, less is more. Control your inner world. Let go of guilt. Do you ever feel guilty about not being with your kids when you're working, and then feel guilty about not working when you're with your kids? Let go of guilt by being present in the moment and tell yourself, I'm going to do exactly what I should be doing right now. There is time for everything important in my life. Give up time wasters. What are you wasting time on? It may be watching TV, chatting on the phone, surfing the internet, doing research, shopping, reading romance novels. Imagine substituting 30 minutes of time with something that matures your soul. Read an inspirational book, take a walk, indulge in a bath, take good care of yourself so that you can take better care of others. So it gives some actions to, like an assignment at the end of all these chapters. And this one says, select items from the list above. Decide which actions you will take in the next 48 hours to bring more balance to your life. Make a date to complete them in your calendar and be sure to keep the appointment. A balanced, joy-filled life can be yours, but it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to take the right choices and then design your life around the things that matter most. So that's that. You can order these books online. Let's see. This is Build It Big, and then this is Build It Big. So there's two of these. Build It Big. It's probably backwards, and More Build It Big. And I'm sure they're on Amazon or the dsw.org. So that's really all I had to share about that. I just wanted to encourage you girls to make sure that you have a plan, and also whenever you are building a team, make sure that you are not doing everything for everyone. Make sure that you as the leader are taking care of your first line, training your first line to go and then do it for their first line, and so on, so that not that people can't come to you, not that every single person in your downline is not allowed to come to you, because they are and they should, and you should be available to them. But if you will teach people to be leaders and not leaders, and show them how to do the things themselves for their team so that you're not having to do it all. And you don't have to feel like, well, I've got to take care of everybody. You know, I've got to go launch that girl on my fifth line. No, you don't. Her upline launches her. You always reach down and help, but not to the point where you neglect your own personal business. And that's one thing you'll have to figure out as a leader, especially when you become a crown princess and you have your own dominion. You want to raise up as many leaders as possible so that more people carry the weight, so it's not just you. So don't feel like, and you may be a control freak where you feel like I have to do everything myself because it's the only way it's going to get done right, and that's not true either. So if you like to have control, it's okay to let go of it, and it will help your sanity a little bit to have other people help. It's a team thing, it's a team effort. But more than anything, visit with your family and set your goals with your family. If you've ever seen Joni do the balance wheel training, it's amazing. She usually does it at the leadership days that we have after seminar and leaders. She usually goes through that, and it's just a great visual because you have a wheel and you have these spokes, and you put down all these things that you have going on in your life, your family, your business, your education, your children, spiritual, personal, whatever. And then you draw, whether they're you're doing really well at them, or you're doing 100% this and none of this over here. Then you connect dots, and your spokes are going to be all connected. It's going to create a spoke around your wheel. And if they're not balanced all in the same place to create a perfect circle, then your wheel can't turn. So, you may be like bumping down the hill because your spokes are all crooked and your wheel won't balance and your wheel won't turn. And I'm not saying it's ever going to be perfect, because I know mine isn't. But always be working on it. Take those one little thing that you're going to work on each day, each week. And once you've got a handle on that, move on to the next. Okay, Tawny, I hope that's kind of what you were hoping for. I know we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but I just shared what I felt like was important. Thank you, Amy. You guys are welcome. If you have any questions and you want to put them in the comments, I will check the notifications throughout the rest of the day, and I can answer them. And I hope to see you guys at Leaders, and then whoever's going to be in Utah in December. I'm excited about coming to Utah. I've never been there before. You're welcome. Love all the hearts. Thank you. Awesome, Nikki. Okay, so y'all get off of here and you guys go find something in your life that needs balance and work on it. Awesome. I can't wait to see you guys. Have a great day. Have a good week. Talk to you later. Bye.